So it's been a little bit since I posted a video, and there's a good reason for that. And I'm trying to actually build out a little studio more dedicated to just doing the speaker stuff. I've just been doing a lot of listening to the projects that I have. I've acquired a whole bunch more speakers along the way. I'm going to dive back into something that happened to get a ton of views. I didn't even expect that, but it's with the home theater thing. So let's go ahead and go downstairs to the living room where I've got my home theater set up, and let's get started on that project. So let's see what we got going on down here. Boom, that's a 85-inch television that's going to replace the 65-inch TV. You've seen my other videos. I had hooked up 2 center channels. You could see them down there. The 2 center channel idea, right? Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it does work, and you know, it's not horrible, but I don't think it's optimal. There are some programs that are just naturally difficult to kind of pick up the dialogue on. Yellowstone is one of them that I can think of, because man, they grumble a lot in there. Kevin Costner and even his son and stuff, they just, it's hard to hear them. Anyway, it just makes it worse with 2 center channels. So I think there's probably a lot of truth to that cancellation that happens. It's odd that it would happen, just within a short distance of 11, 12 feet or whatever, but I think it does. So yeah, running 2 center channels hasn't worked out the greatest. And I just wanted to let you know that up front, because, the video got a lot of views, and there was a lot of people that were all for, running more than 1 center channel. But I don't know. I just don't think that it works out quite the way you would want it to. It does sound different. On some programs and movies, it does sound a little bit more like you have a bigger center sound stage, if you will. But on other programs, it just kind of loses something. And it does get difficult to hear from time to time. So yeah, again, I don't think that that's the answer. So I'm going to go back to just a single center channel on this. Today, I need to somehow get this huge television onto this entertainment stand. So that's going to be a trick. I do have a product I bought from Amazon. I'm going to put a link in the description, and I have not tried it yet. I have no idea if it's going to work or not. I got something similar upstairs in the bedroom for our 55-inch TV, and it works out fine for a 55-inch TV. I don't know if it's going to work for a big TV like this though. But anyway, I'm going to get started on that. It's basically a couple of legs. So let's take a look at those real quick, okay? But essentially what it is, it's a couple of these feet, okay? And they kind of go like here, something like this, right? And then there's like vertical attachments that run up and then mount to the Vesa stand on the back of the TV. Or the Vesa mounts, I'm sorry. So it's like a Vesa mount, but it attaches to legs. Yeah, let's see if this thing actually works. Okay, well, here's the plan. Got everything set up, got my remotes ready, and one thing I really like about the new TV, it lights up when you pick up the remote. They should all do that. All right, let's get to trying to tune this thing, huh? Just a quick auto calibration. Hopefully everything is hooked up and working correctly. Always trying to sell you something, huh? And I'm just gonna breeze through this. All right, let's go setup. All right, and the speaker setup is still the same. It's still gonna be the automatic phase matching, full flat calibration, 5.1.2 Dolby bounce house surround. Speaker connections is the same. All this is gonna be the same. So basically all I want to do is run it through an auto calibration. And let's see how this turns out. All right, now we're going to go, yep, 9 feet. The ceiling's still 9 feet. Here we go. Okay, sound is not detected from one or both of the front speakers. Okay, let's check our speaker connections. right, so here's our results here. It's showing us, okay, it's showing everything large because that's what Sony does. I think if the speakers are, if they even hit 50, 60 hertz, I think it'll show them as large. So I'm going to change these from large to small so that I can cross everything over to the subwoofer. But what we got going on here is the left rear surround 0 dB, 7 feet 8 inches away. The right, it's a little bit further away, 11 feet 3 inches, which is, you know, correct. That's further away. And so they're bumping up the output on that side a little bit. From the center, it looks like 11 feet 1 inches, and we're at negative 5 dB. Let's see what else we got here. We got the left speaker, 12 foot 7, negative half a dB. The right side is 12 feet 11 inches, 0.5 dB on the positive side. So this right side, it's trying to boost it a little bit. And then we've got 13 feet and 15 feet, 2.5 dB and 1 dB. That's for the Atmos. The woofer is 16 foot 6 inches, negative 8 dB. So I'm going to save that. All right, and my calibration is going to be full flat. Do I want to use the calibration matching function? I'll say yes. And we're going to finish. And then, like I said, we're just going to change the speaker size. And down here where it says front, we want to click on that. And we're going to turn that to small. That turns everything small. Okay. So we got everything is set for small now, which is how we want it. So now let's get into the speaker setup. I just backed out of it too far, but we're going to go down here to the equalizer, crossover frequency. I mean, not the EQ. EQ is everything set to flat. So the fronts, these speakers go down to like 35 hertz. I'm going to cross these over at about 50. Okay, center, that one there, that goes down to like 60, solid 60. I'm going to set this one for 80. Okay, I'm just trying to go up a little bit away from the very tail end of these speakers where it might be dropping off. The surrounds is kind of the same thing. Those are 60 hertz cutoff. I'm going to make them 80. And then finally the heights, those are tiny, tiny little speakers. I'm actually going to crank these up to 180 because I just don't want any bass going through them at all. And that will be that. So, okay, now that that's done, we should theoretically be able to turn something on and it should work. It's picking up Atmos on the receiver. That's cool. Get this up where you can hear it a little bit. All right, well, it's definitely working. I can't show you too much of this or the copyright police will get me, so I'll give you a little review on how this all worked out, okay? All right, well, I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's the next day. Yeah, I did all this rearranging last night. My wife and I, we watched a movie, and we watched the original Thor actually on Disney. So that was really cool. As far as sound goes, yeah, I really, really like the sound now better with the single center channel, and it's raised up too. So I kind of, you know, I had two different changes there. I went from one center channel down low to, you know, having two down low. And then now I've just got this one center channel here. And this is the Energy RC-LCR. This is a fantastic center channel. So as far as center channels go, you know, there's There's a lot of good ones and there's a lot of bad ones. Probably more bad than good. So with the Energy RC-LCR, this thing, back in the day when they made this, and as you may or may not know, Klipsch had acquired Energy and then like killed off the brand to kind of eliminate their competition internally, so to speak. So they're just selling stuff under the Klipsch brand now, not Energy. But back in the day, this was kind of at the tail end of that when after they had acquired the Energy product line, and they were still selling these guys. You know, the Klipsch company was still trying to offload all these Energy RC speakers, and these are really phenomenal speakers, really nice. I like the grills too, they're magnetic, so that's awesome. Kevlar drivers and heavy cabinets with tons of bracing in them and stuff. So yeah, no complaints. And this one here, where I was going with that is at the center section here. It's got the tweeter and the two mid-ranges. So when they measured that thing, you know, vertically or horizontally, pretty much same off-axis response. The way that this thing has been described is like a magic center channel. It's not magic, trust me, but it does sound way better than most of this center channels that I've heard. So anyway, center channel, not a problem. That thing is a really nice center channel. One of them is more than sufficient for a living room. And yeah, so, but I'm back to one after having two. Now, a lot of you are running multiple center channels, and you know, the expert advice is not to. Reasons being comb filtering, cancellation, disruptive frequencies, you know, I mean, you name it. And for whatever reason, you know, I can't believe it because it's only like, you know, 10, 11, 12 feet away from the listening position, but it's true. I mean, most of that probably happens up in front of it, you know? So anyway, yeah, my whole experiment with two center channels, I'm going to call it a thumbs down. I thought it sounded better at first, but in all honesty, with really critical stuff, or not critical stuff, but things that were maybe not really well recorded, or the voice is muffled, it does sound better when there's just one instead of two. Especially when it's up higher. I mean, really it should be in line with the left and right speakers, which, if you look at the tweeter, it's kind of like, it's not quite as high. I mean, these tweeters on these towers come up to about my waist, right? And the tweeter here is sitting down about here. So, you know, probably not that much lower, give or take. All right, so the plan is then, I'm gonna wrap up this video with an attempt at trying to find some of the same sound samples that I had back from when I hooked up two. Because of copyright stuff, obviously I can't get into the whole, you know, anything with surround sound per se, like your movies and stuff. I do have royalty-free music though that I'll try to play a little something in surround sound so you can hear it. Hopefully the same thing I did last time, the movie I did last time. And then for the music, I was just kind of, you know, bouncing through there. So if I can find the same songs, that would be cool. If not, we'll just have to live with whatever I come up with. But it's going to be upmixed because this Sony ZA-1100ES, this receiver does a really good job of upmixing. The Sony ZA-1100ES, I give it a thumbs up for upmixing. As far as receivers I've had or have, you know, NAD, Yamaha, Onkyo, even other Sony ones, they've never upmixed quite as well as this one does. So I don't know if it's got something to do with the elevated standard, you know, maybe it's got a little different processing or something, but man, it sounds really cool when it's upmixed through all these speakers, just stereo PCM stuff. I mean, it sounds really cool when it's coming through all these speakers. All right, let's quit wasting your time and get going on this. All right, I guess this is as good a place as anywhere for you. That's roughly where we would sit. You're really in the sweet spot, that's for sure. Oh, my own video, cool. So, yeah, this is the music I was playing last time. I'll try to figure out what these are. They might be kind of tough though. In my library, do I have anything in my library? Oh, well, these might not be the same ones we listened to before, but they might be decent. I don't know. Let's see what this is.
Oh, here you are, face to face in this trashy bar. Another glass and I am going places, makes me laugh about the irony of everything. I like the way you're thinking, I don't really care about the music on the dance floor. I don't really mind all the smoke is in the bathroom. I don't care at all, baby, you got my attention. So you were saying, I don't see the logic of things.
I think these were songs that I was listening to, testing those 8-inch speakers.
It doesn't even make sense why I think about you. It was only one night. Come a little closer. I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset, man, you're looking good tonight.
let this song run through and then we'll call it a cut. Well, as always, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you're not a subscriber, click that subscribe button. If you know some audio geeks, you know some speaker fans, share the link. All right. Well, cool. We'll catch you later. Thumbs up on this one.